A lot of you have been wondering how you can get into TUT, and I know that this video has been long coming, but it's finally here. So in this video, I'll be talking to Hunadi and Nontobeko, and they'll be telling you how they got into the Tshwane University of Technology. This is part 7 of how to get into every single architecture university in South Africa. You guys can say hi to the camera and introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Nontobeko Sibiya. I'm a fourth-year architecture student at Tshwane University of Technology.
Hi, my name is Hunadi Mamakoko-Guest, and I'm also a fourth-year architecture student at TUT.
So can you tell me about the story of how you applied to your university? What stage were you in life when you applied? Like, were you busy with matric? Did you take a gap year? How was the whole process?
My journey into architecture is quite like an unexpected one, because at that time I finished matric 2019, and I wanted to study healthy science, which I didn't get in that year. I ended up in accounting, I don't know how. So that whole year it was like depression, it was hell. So I felt dismal. So I found myself like doing readmission in TUT, and that's where I got into architecture. So I always say that architecture found me in my lost, I don't know, I was lost, yeah.
Okay, so when I was in matric, I applied for undergrad architecture, and then I actually didn't get in. So that first process of applying and not getting in, it just made me see how hard it is. And then it also made me realize that I need a backup plan. So after my matric, I decided to upgrade or rewrite my matric so that I could actually just have more options in terms of studying other things within the built environment faculty. So I rewrote my matric, and then when I was upgrading, I applied again, and then that's how I eventually got into architecture. So it took a few tries, but I always knew that this is what I wanted, and it wasn't something that I was willing to give up on. So yeah.
Nontobeko, what made you realize that architecture is something that you want to be doing?
It's because I did the extended program, which is like 5 years, which is offered by TUT only. So getting to the foundation, it made me realize a lot of things, that architecture doesn't need you to be able to draw or be able to be smart, because I thought like it meant like people who are smart, people who got like A's and whatsoever. But going to the foundation, initially I learned everything like from scratch. I learned how to sketch each and every day, and it's like a small class where you're like minimum of 10, where you will learn everything about architecture, the history, the background. And that year I realized this is for me, and I didn't thought that I would get into 4th year right now. So yeah.
That's very impressive. So what subjects did you guys take in high school, and how did you perform?
When I was in matric, I did pure maths, physics, engineering, graphics and design, and then grade 10 and 11 I did IT, which I realized I didn't enjoy at all. So by the time I was in matric, I decided to drop that, and then I just took tourism. And overall, I think I'm an average student, B's, C's and A here and there, but I managed to complete my matric with a bachelor's degree, which is a necessary requirement to study architecture.
In my matric, I did science stream, which was pure maths, life science, geography and physics. But initially in grade 10 I started with agriculture. I changed in matric due to I changed school, so there was no agriculture, so I had to start geography in matric, which was challenging, but yeah, I did manage to pass it. And I also got like a bachelor's degree, so I'm also a good student. I get the A's, the B's, the C's, yeah.
How did those subjects help you guys with architecture?
I think for me, I found that EGD was helpful just in really basic drawing skills because when you do architecture, there's sort of two types of drawing. So having a little bit of that technical knowledge in first year when we're doing a module called construction where we had to draw by hand, that bit of background helped me a little bit. And just being familiar with, I guess, the tools, the drawing board, your T-squares and all of that, I think that helped a little bit. And I think architecture is an amalgamation of a lot of things. So I think my subjects overall, they did all give me a background into everything. We do history, geography, about learning from architecture from different parts of the world. So I think you're able to study any subject in high school and still be able to have some sort of background when it comes to architecture because of how well-rounded it is as a course.
Did you guys have portfolio activities for applying, and what are those exercises? Like, what did you have to do for them?
Okay, at TUT we don't submit any portfolios, but the selection part it has two parts to it. The first is just the minimum requirement. So you need to have a APS of 25 and an English level 5. And then once you meet those requirements, then you are selected or called to write a selection test. And then the selection test also consists of like two parts to it, yeah.
So our selection test, two parts, which are it's the drawing part, which is section A, then there is the second part, which is the computer part. So the drawing part, necessarily, like, you don't need to know how to draw, because most students think that you can't do architecture if you don't know how to draw. But the reality is that they test your potential. They want to see, like, e.g., draw the next person, draw the person in front of you. It's not about scale, symmetry, like they test your general knowledge. Which are you able to think outside the box, critical thinking, problem solving. And the next part, which is the computer part, they test like things that you learn in matric, like solve for X, maths, geography, life science, history. Like, are you able to think? Are you able to solve problems? Yeah.
You did do those exercises, right? Like the ones.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. And were they on campus?
Yeah, so you'll apply, and then if you meet those first requirements, they send you an email, and then you come maybe on a Thursday and a Friday between 2 days, and then you write the selection test. I think it takes part over 5 hours. You write the first part, the drawing part, then there's a break, and then you go and you write the computer part, and then you wait maybe about a month or so, and then you will hear your results, and then based on that selection test, normally between 60 and 70 students are accepted into the program, and out of that 60 or 70, 50 will go into the standard 4-year degree program, and then 10 will go into the extended program that Nontobeko spoke about, which is more gives you more one-on-one time. It's just the students that there was no space for in the 50 program, but they still had potential. Then they put them in the 5-year program, the extended program, yeah.
Were you nervous while doing them? Like, how do you remember that experience?
I would say that I was really nervous. I didn't think I got in. Like, the time I saw my name in that list, I was shocked. I thought, no, I messed up. Especially like the first part of the test. But the second part I knew was no, I did very well. But the first part I was like, you know what? Because I initially didn't know how to sketch. And the time that they sketched the next person, I was like, oh no. But yeah, we got in, yeah.
I think for me, because I wrote that selection test twice, the first time I was very nervous, and maybe I think that played a role in me not getting accepted. But when I went to rewrite, when I applied the second time, I knew what to expect. I was a lot more calm and confident. I think I just trusted myself and had my eye on the goal that I can do this. I knew that I could do this. So yeah, I think doing it twice, that really helped me and just made me more confident. And now looking back, it doesn't seem that hard, but I think I can imagine if you are a matric student, how nerve-wracking it can be. But just trust yourself.
You guys didn't have an interview, right, or anything like that?
Yeah, no interview.
Okay. So the last question is, if you had to talk to the version of yourself in matric, and you had to give them advice about the application process, not only that, but also about studying architecture, what would you tell them?
To be honest with you, like I will say, don't panic. Just trust the process. You know, if you're willing to learn, just trust the process. Just go through the application. Believe in yourself. You can do this. You can like make it. Just follow the steps and make sure that you really pass your matric, because there is a lot of competition out there. And make sure that you meet the requirements which we told you about. 25 APC score, you just need English level 5 and you're good to go. And take your time, practice, do research. Research is important. Right now we have like a lot of systems that will provide you with like information. Just do your research, believe in yourself, trust yourself, and you can do it. I always say like architecture is a journey, it's not a race. Everyone has its own journey. I had my own journey, she has its own journey, and this is your beginning of your journey. Trust yourself.
I would tell younger me, matric me, just to be confident. And I think not just through the application process, but throughout the journey of studying architecture. I think first year me was just so scared. You know, when we have a presentation and you look at work on the board, you can really, I doubted myself a lot. But by the time I was like in third year, I think I had grown to be so confident and to trust my work. And I believe that I have a place in this industry. I know what I'm doing. So I really want younger me to trust herself and to trust the potential that she has. Because I think at TUT, I was fortunate enough, I think I've always been surrounded by lecturers that saw my potential before I did. And that helped me into becoming the aspiring young architect that I want to be. So yeah.
So I really hope that you found this video helpful. I'll be taking a bit of a serious break to focus on a much more urgent topic, which is how to get into Wits honors. But if you want to see the next part of this series, please click on the right. It'll be how to get into the Durban University of Technology.